Hi everybody, welcome to yet another HSP TV. Today is the 14th episode and today I want to talk to you about a common problem amongst HSPs, and that's the problem of not having enough focus and having trouble concentrating. So today's topic is about focus and concentration. If you're watching this show or if you're tuning in later and I'm still live, please type in your name, wave at me. I will give you a shout out in the show. I always enjoy knowing who's there. And if you're watching and you have a question about this topic, just type it in. I will read it out loud and I will answer your questions during my talk. And if you feel that you have other questions, other topics that you have questions about that don't relate to the topic I'm talking about now, then you can always email them to me at info@tobeimbalance.com and I will gladly answer them next time, because HSP TV is here every Thursday afternoon, 5:30 Amsterdam time. So if you're watching from abroad, please make sure that the time is correct in your time zone. Okay, so the topic of today, focus and concentration. Well, in my practice, I see a lot of HSPs struggling with remaining focused and having a good concentration. And I myself have also experienced these problems before. So I thought it would be a good idea to talk about them with you today. A lot of us think that when we are having trouble with focus and concentration, that we don't try hard enough, and that we need to try harder, or that we need to push ourselves. And sometimes that might even be the case, because as an HSP, we love so many things, and we are also easily distracted by noises and smells and other people in the room. So if you experience those types of things, then and those are the things that makes you lose your concentration or not being able to focus, then I would recommend that you find a quiet spot by yourself alone, or just put on some noise cancelling headphones and make sure that you can go into your own world and not be distracted by outside noises or people or other things from your environment. But I found that even when I do that, even when I'm alone, even when there's nobody there, no distractions, nothing at all, I still have problems with my focus and my concentration. And as HSPs, we tend to blame ourselves. We tend to hold ourselves to very high standards, and we won't accept that we are not able to focus, and we won't accept that we are not able to concentrate. And we can be really harsh to ourselves when we notice these things, not just for focus and concentration, but more in general. And today I want to tell you that while distractions are the most common problem of not having enough focus and not being able to concentrate, they might be they might be less obvious than you think. So I've made a list of the most common things that keep us from having a good focus and keep us from having a good concentration. So, and the first I want to talk to you about today is poor diet and poor nutrition. And we all know that eating healthy is important for us, but especially those of us who are doing diets and stuff, this can really affect your concentration. It can really affect your focus, because if you're doing a low-fat diet, you're missing the essential fatty acids, and those are extremely needed for us to be able to focus. So if you don't eat enough fat, the logical complication of this is that you are not able to focus, you are not able to concentrate. And the same goes for proteins. Proteins, they are also essential for focus. So if you don't eat enough proteins, and proteins are things like meat, dairy, cheese, yogurt, eggs, then you are also going to experience problems with your concentration and problem with your focus. So make sure that you eat enough fatty products, but the right kinds of fats, like fish, mackerel, nuts, avocados are great, walnut oil could also be really good. This is essential for good focus and concentration. And also proteins, what those are, I just told you. Make sure that you eat enough of them as well. Another factor in nutrition and diet is processed foods like cookies, chips, white bread, all the things that you don't find naturally in nature. Those are processed foods, and they tend to be high in sugar, and this causes your blood sugar to elevate. And when your blood sugar is elevated, it's also much harder to remain focused and to keep your concentration. So minimize your intake of processed foods. And the last really important one in this category is minerals and vitamins. And some people, like me, you can have a disease that causes you to not absorb all the minerals and vitamins that you need from your food. And this can also result in focus and concentration problems. And the most important ones for concentration and focus are the B vitamins. And I have an illness called HPU, and this causes me to not be able to absorb vitamins, the vitamin B from my food. So this is one of the main aspects in my problems with focus and concentration. But besides vitamin B, it's also vitamin D, and that you derive from being in the sun. So if you're in a country where the sun doesn't shine a lot and you have a vitamin D deficiency, then this can also seriously compromise your ability to focus and to concentrate. And the last one is iron. Iron is also very important for focus and concentration, and you can find iron in iron-rich foods like spinach, but you can Google it. There are so many more other foods that are rich in iron. Another big problem in causing you to have problems with focus and concentration is hunger. Because when you are feeling hungry, it's damn difficult to concentrate on what you're doing, because your body keeps giving you signals that it needs food, that you need to do something, that you need to eat. So also this is one of the problems with dieting, but it can also be that you're not dieting, but even then not eating enough. So check if your body is hungry, yes or no, when you are having problems with your focus. Really focus on the signals that your body is giving up, and decide if one of those signals is maybe that you're hungry. Another big one is dehydration. This means that it's very important for you to make sure that you are not dehydrated, so that you drink enough water during the day. And there are a lot of mixed signals out there about what the right amount of water should be that you should intake during the day. But it's safe to say that it needs to be above 1 liter, and I think the maximum of 3 liters, but it differs per person what your intake should be. But you can also see it when you look at your urine. When it's too yellow, you don't drink enough. When it's too yellow, you are dehydrated. So make sure that when you pee, that you look at it and that it's a light yellowish color. Then you are sure that you are drinking enough. And this will improve your ability to focus and to concentrate. Another big one can be hormonal changes. And no, guys, this is not just for the woman. This is also for the men. When men go through the midlife crisis, this is also because their hormonal balance changes. So it's not just menopause for women or maybe menstruation for women, but it's also the midlife crisis and a lack of testosterone or other hormones in the male system that also can cause problems with focus and concentration. Lack of sleep is also a big one. If you are too tired to even look at the day, then you are definitely too tired to focus and to concentrate. So make sure that you get a good night's sleep and that you feel rested when you wake up in the morning. If you're having problems with that, I can give you several tips outside the scope of this video. So please contact me, info@tobeimbalance.com, if you want my tips on better sleeping. Stress is also an important one. When you're stressed, everything tenses up and part of your brain is busy with worrying and thinking about the situations that are causing you stress. And that also means that they are not available to help you focus and to help you concentrate. So if you feel that you're worrying a lot, then write down what it is that you're worrying about. Because if you write things down, you don't have to remember them. And then you can let them go out of your head. And this can really benefit your ability to focus and to concentrate. Of course, medical, emotional, and physical problems can also cause focus and concentration problems. So again, listen to your body, listen to your mind, and focus on the signals that they are giving up and translate them into something that you understand. With this, I can help you as well. So if you need help with this part, please contact me also. A lack of physical activity, so a lack of movement, can also be a source of not being able to focus and concentrate, because it is in our nature. We really need to have physical activity, and it doesn't need to be sports or something. It can also be just a daily walk, deciding to take the stairs instead of the elevator, parking a distance further away with the car so that you have to walk a little bit more, or even, and it's one of my favorites, go for a lunchtime walk. This really makes your head empty again, and it makes it so that you are better able to concentrate for the rest of the day. So this is something that you yourself would know if you are having a lack of activity in your life. As I said before, your environment can be a very big factor, especially for us sensitive people. And we are easily distracted by sounds, by smells, by things we feel, by emotions, by other people, walking by or in the vicinity. Talking too loud, music on several different radio stations are examples of things I've heard from my clients, especially now that we favor the open workplaces, and this can cause us HSPs to have problems with focus and concentration, because every time somebody walks by, you're out of focus, you lose your focus, your concentration is gone. But also hearing 4 different radios, all on 4 different stations, and this really happened, one of my clients told me. It's hard to concentrate when you hear 4 different things and you cannot focus on one of them. So noise cancelling earphones are really good. Having your own private office is the best thing that you can do. So if you are experiencing these types of things, try and find out what you can do to better handle that, to make sure that you're not distracted by your environment. And the last thing that can cause problems with focus and concentration is the quality of the information. So if you are doing a task, if somebody asks you to do something or to write an essay or anything like that, and it's not clear to you what it is that you need to do, then it's really hard to focus and to concentrate, because a big part of you is busy with the question, what the hell am I supposed to do? Or what do they mean with this? If you read something and it's unclear what you are reading, then it's also really hard to do something with what you are reading. And if it's essential for you to be able to do your task, then by definition, your task becomes much harder to do. So make sure that the information that you're getting is what you need to be able to proceed. This is the last one. So the things you can do to improve your concentration are, of course, make sure that you eat well, that you sleep well, that you are rested, that you supplement your food with targeted supplements when necessary, drink enough water, exercise regularly. Hi Marijke, nice of you to join. And of course, one of the last things that you can do to improve your focus and your concentration is making sure that you breathe correctly. I've made an entire video dedicated to breathing correctly and what I mean by it. So if you haven't watched it yet, go to my YouTube channel and check it out, because breathing for HSPs is one of the most essential things. Lastly, but not leastly, I want to give you an example of one of the things that I use to improve my focus and my concentration when all of these other factors are not playing a role. And it's called the Pomodoro technique. And it's called the Pomodoro technique because the inventor used, what's the English word for it? A cooking clock. Something that measures the amount of time that has gone by while cooking, and it had the shape of a tomato, and that's why he decided to call it the Pomodoro technique. And essentially what you do is you make a list of Pomodoro tasks, and these Pomodoro tasks are tasks that you can do in about 25 minutes. So make sure that you divide bigger tasks that might take up 2 hours into smaller tasks that you can fit in the 25-minute window. And then when you have your list with your Pomodoro tasks, you organize it and you put the most important ones at the top and the least important ones at the bottom, obviously. And then you take your timer. It can be shaped in a tomato. Mine is shaped in a cat because I have cats and I got a cat one. It doesn't really matter, but you take your timer and you turn it to 25 minutes and you take your first task of your list and you start to work on it with full concentration, with full focus for 25 minutes. And then after 25 minutes, the timer will ring. And when the timer rings, you get a pause, a mini pause of 5 minutes. So make sure that you also have a list of things that you can do in those 5 minutes, like maybe putting the laundry from the washing machine into the dryer, or making yourself something to drink, or just a short walk, or whatever it is that you want to do in those 5 minutes. Also put your timer for the 5 minutes. When the 5 minutes are over, you take another Pomodoro task. For 25 minutes, you set the timer again to 25 minutes. In 25 minutes, you will go at it with your full concentration and your full attention and get the task done. And even if you don't get it done, then that's also fine. The point of the exercise is not to get the tasks done, but to be able to work on something with full focus and full concentration for 25 minutes. So it's very important, obviously, that you shut off all outside distractions like social media and your telephone when you start using the Pomodoro technique. You do this 4 times. So 4 times you work 25 minutes and then a 5-minute break, 25 minutes, 5-minute break, 25 minutes, 5-minute break. And after the 4th time of 25 minutes working on your Pomodoro task, you get a break of 25 minutes. In that break of 25 minutes, hi Petra, nice of you to join. In that break of 25 minutes, you can do something bigger, like really go for a walk or have your lunch or do whatever you want to do in that 25 minutes, as long as it's not working and has nothing to do with focus and concentration. And then you repeat the entire process anew. And that is the Pomodoro technique. And this is just one of the techniques that I will be teaching you in my new online program, Just High Sensitive Business. So if you have not heard about it yet, please check out my website because it's going to be awesome. And right now I am looking for people to be in my test group. And the people that are in my test group, I want to offer my program with a discount of 50%. So if you are interested in this, then please do send me an email, because for a short moment of time, I think about a week or 1.5 weeks, I am still letting people into my test group to make something really, really wonderful. And focus and concentration is one of the modules that you will learn in this online program. I can send you more information if you are interested and want to know more. Just send me an email at info@tobeInBalance.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. If you still have questions or still run into things that are not working for you, either with focus and concentration or in a totally different area, I would like to offer you a free coaching session. And this session you can book into my agenda through my website. You just need to go to the link www.2beinbalance.com/yes, and you can claim your free coaching session right now. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next Thursday, 5:30, Facebook Live, my personal Facebook page. Bye!